Hello friends, welcome back to another Read Aloud with Miss Crawford. Today we are going to read chapter 7 of Junie B. Jones is Captain of Field Day. But before we read chapter 7, you know what we have to do, right? We have to think about what happened in chapter 6. Because you know good readers always think about what happened in the previous chapters so that we can understand the next chapter we read. That's what good readers do, and we are all good readers, right? Right. So, let's think about what happened in chapter 6. Don't remember, but I know what can help us. We need our chart. Perfect. Now that we have our chart, there's one more thing I think we need to help us read chapter 7. Just like Junie B. Jones, she had a cape. She had a cape because she wanted to feel like the superhero and the captain of Field Day. She wanted to feel like she was saving the day during Field Day. So I think I'm going to need a cape to read chapter 7. And you know what? You can go ahead and get your cape too. All right, let's go get our capes. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! All right, now that we've got our capes and we feel like superheroes, just like Junie B. Jones, now let's start reading chapter 7. And you know what? This cape is actually a towel. So you can grab whatever cape that you have. You can grab a towel like Miss Crawford. You can grab a cover, whatever you have, and wrap it around you and make it look like a cape. All right? That's what Junie B. Jones did. Mrs. gave her a towel, and it looks like a cape. So go get your cape and take a picture and show me and Miss McPherson how you are captain of Field Day yourself. All right? Okay, so now let's read what happened in chapter 6 so that we can start reading chapter 7. So in chapter 6, room 9 sadly loses another Field Day game. Oh, poor room 9. They keep losing games against room 8, and they're just not having fun during this Field Day because they keep losing. So in chapter 7, I think they're going to play another game, and let's see if they win this one and they can be happy and become glad and think that Field Day is fun again. Okay, so let's see what happens in chapter 7. You ready? It's time to look in the book. Let's read. Okay. Chapter 7 is called Skunked. Skunked. Uh-oh. When I think of a skunk, I think of something smelly. Something bad that happens. And smelly. Let's see what this chapter's about. Skunked. The skipping race came next. Room 9 chose our fastest skippers. Their names were Charlotte, Jamal Hall, That Grace, Lenny, and Meanie Jim. Those people can skip like lightning, I tell you. That means they can skip really fast. I made up a cheer for them. Its name was Go Skippers. Here are the words to it. Go Skippers, go Skippers, go Skippers, go Skippers. I cheered real loud in front of room 8 because I really thought we would win this one. Only, what do you know? We didn't. Some of our skippers cried a little bit. We got skunked, said Lenny, very sniffling. Skunked means our score is a goose egg, said Jamal Hall. A goose egg is a big fat 0, said That Grace. A big fat 0 is when you're stinking up the place, said Meanie Jim, very glum. Oh, so that's what skunked means, and that's why this chapter is titled Skunked, because the room 9 is saying that they got skunked because they lost another game, meaning that they stink. They stink at playing games. Mrs. did not like that kind of talk. Hey, 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 that's enough of that, she said. I'm very proud of all of you. You did your best, and that's all anyone can ask. Right, Junie B? Why do you think she's asking Junie B if she's right? I think she's asking Junie B because she's team captain. She's got her cape. just like us. She's team captain, and she's supposed to be cheering the team on even if they lose. So Mrs. wants Junie B. Jones to cheer the team on, and she wants Junie B. Jones to cheer the team up even though they're losing. Yes, I said. Plus, also, a win would be nice. I sat down. Mrs. looked at me a real long time. The tug of war is the next event, she said finally. How about another cheer from our team captain to get us charged up? No, thank you, I said. I already did a cheer for the skipping team, and look where that got us. Mrs. made squinty eyes at me. Try, she said. I stood up. Rah, I said. Thank you, said Mrs. I sat back down. That wasn't a very good cheer. All of us lined up for the tug of war. Room 8 held on to one side of a rope, and room 9 held on to another side. Tug of war, this is my favorite game. I wonder if room 9 is going to win. Mrs. tied a bow right in the middle of it. Then she drew a line on the ground in front of each team. Okay, people, she said. Whichever team pulls the bow over their own line is the winner. Is everyone ready? Yes, 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 shouted room 8. Room 9 just looked at her. Room 9 doesn't seem ready. William was behind me. I'm not that good at tug of war, Junie B., he whispered. I never even did the tug of war before. Join the club, bud, I grumped. After that, the room 8 teacher blew her whistle, and both of our teams started to pull. Okay, so there is room 9, and there is room 8, pulling that rope to see which one pulls hardest and the fastest to get the bow on their side. Room 9 pulled and pulled with all their strength. People, we're doing it! We're doing it! I shouted, very shocked. We pulled some more. Then, all of a sudden, we heard a loud holler. It was strong Frankie. Uh-oh. He yanked the rope as hard as he could. Then Lenny and Ricardo fell down in the grass, and the bow went over the line. Room 8 went crazy and happy. They were loud and laughing. Room 9 walked to the water fountain, very sad. Oh, man, that's another game that room 9 lost. Then we sat down next to the building, and we didn't talk for a real long time. Finally, Mrs. came and got us. Come on, boys and girls. There's just one more event to go, she said. She took us to the pull-up bar. The room 8 teacher smiled real big. All right, everybody, it's time for the pull-up contest, she said. Polly and Puffer stared at her. Big whoop, he said. Then the room 8 teacher tattled on him, and Polly Allen Puffer had to sit by himself for a time out. Mrs. was not happy with us. Okay, children, I understand that you are not in a good mood, but one of the things we learn in field day is to never give up. Room 9 is not a bunch of quitters. Are we, Junie B? She's asking Junie B. Jones again because she's team captain. I looked at room 9's faces. Pretty much, I said. My Mrs. threw her hands in the air. Okay, that's it, she said. I'm not going to take no for an answer. There must be someone in room 9 who has the spirit to keep trying. Which one of you children has the courage? That means to be brave. Which one of you children has the courage to not give up? Huh? How about you, Jamal? Will you try to do a pull-up for the team? She asked. Jamal pulled his shirt over his head so no one could see him. I believe that's a no, I said. Mrs. looked around some more. Grace, she said, how about you? Will you try to do a pull-up for us? No, I can't, she said. I really, really can't. I am only strong in my feet. Grace said she's only strong in her feet because she runs really fast. And she doesn't think she can do a pull-up because she doesn't think her arms are strong enough. When you do a pull-up, you hold onto a bar and try and pull yourself up. And Grace doesn't think she can do it. I'm not, yelled a loud voice. I'm strong all over my whole body. Room 9 turned around. It was strong Frankie again. He made another arm muscle at us. I stomped my foot at that guy. Stop doing that, Frankie, I hollered. Stop tooting your own horn, 'cause that is not even polite. And anyway, room 9 has strong people too. There goes Frankie again, bragging about his muscles. We have people who can do a jillion push-ups, who can do a jillion pull-ups. In fact, so there. Ha! Strong Frankie crossed his muscle arms. Like who? He asked. I put my hands on my hips. Like lots of people, that's who. Like, well, like. Junie B. Jones is having a hard time giving him an answer about who is the strongest in room 9. Just then, a boy from room 9 raised his hand a teeny bit. Like me, he said. Then he walked right up to the pull-up bar, and he stood there, all by himself. I did a gasp. Then the other children did gasps too. 'Cause what do you know? It was William. William? William is the one who thinks he can do a lot of pull-ups on the pull-up bar? William, the one that kept crying and whining to Junie B. Jones that he didn't know how to play the games? That William. Oh my gosh. Well, that's the end of chapter 7. In chapter 8, we're going to read if William can really do pull-ups like he says. R-E-T-E-L-L, it's time for retail. Let's talk about the main idea of Junie B. Jones, chapter 7. So we know that room 9 keeps losing, right? They are losing all of the field day games. And they played another one this chapter, and they lost it. They lost the tug of war, and they lost the skipping race. And now it's time for the last game, and it's called pull-ups. And no one wants to play that game because they are losing badly to room 8. And no one has the courage and the strength to do a pull-up. Strong Frankie is bragging. And then Junie B. Jones tells him to stop. And then someone says, I can do some pull-ups. They raise their hand real quiet and just a teeny bit like this. And we found out it's William. William thinks he can do pull-ups and thinks that he can beat room 8. Now we know that William is very, very shy, and he did not like to play the games because he didn't know how to do them. And now he's saying that he can do pull-ups like strong Frankie. So the main idea of chapter 7 is that William volunteered to do pull-ups against strong Frankie. So in chapter 8, we're going to read if William can really do those pull-ups. What do you think? Do you think William is going to beat strong Frankie? Do you think room 9 is going to win the pull-up game? Or do you think room 8 will win? I don't know. We'll have to see tomorrow. All right, guys, that's the end of our read aloud. Make sure you take pictures of your cake so that me and Miss McPherson can see. And goodbye until next time.